Welcome to a special two-part rewind episode. In part 1, we're diving into 10 of the coolest real-world rides ever to crash their way through B-movie history. Production cars, concept vehicles, rare prototypes, and cult classics. Think gull-wing doors, no airbags, and driving decisions that probably voided the warranty. Then in part 2, we'll switch gears and look at 10 of the wildest custom-built vehicles made exclusively for the screen, machines that never existed outside the movie set but somehow left tire marks on cinema history. Let's get into it. Number 10. Ferrari F40, Joshua Tree. Dolph Lundgren plays an ex-con on the run from crooked cops and shady government agents, taking hostages, crashing through checkpoints, and blowing up everything that isn't tied down. And halfway through the chaos, he breaks into a mob boss's warehouse and steals what looks like a Ferrari F40, except it's not. It's a fiberglass replica slapped onto a Pontiac Fiero chassis, which makes it the most perfectly B-movie getaway car imaginable. The real F40 was Ferrari's raw twin-turbo icon, lightweight, dangerous, and built for speed. This one? It looks great in wide shots, but if you listen closely, you can almost hear it begging not to be downshifted. Still, it works. In a film full of gunfire, desert standoffs, and Dolph silently judging everything with his jawline,
then don't watch.
The fake Ferrari fits right in. Fast, loud, and held together by movie magic and body filler. Number 9, TVR Tuscan Speed Six, Swordfish. John Travolta plays a rogue government operative with a love for monologues, high-stakes hacking, and dramatic coats. After a heist goes sideways, he escapes in a sleek TVR Tuscan Speed Six, with Hugh Jackman at the wheel and Travolta in the passenger seat with a massive machine gun. The TVR is a real British sports car known for outrageous styling and a total lack of modern safety features. No airbags, no traction control, no electronic babysitting of any kind. In Swordfish, the only thing louder than the TVR's engine is Travolta's chewing of the scenery. Number 8. Bricklin SV-1, Deadline Auto Theft. Built in New Brunswick in the mid-1970s, the Bricklin SV-1 was Canada's bold attempt to make a safety sports car, a futuristic coupe with gull-wing doors, a built-in roll cage, and body panels made of color-infused acrylic plastic. The idea was ambitious, but the execution, not so much. Financial trouble, quality issues, and poor marketing killed the dream fast. Fewer than 3,000 were ever made. But in Deadline Auto Theft, the Bricklin gets a second chance, and this time it's not about safety. Directed by H.B. Halicki, the stuntman turned filmmaker behind Gone in 60 Seconds. The movie is essentially one long car chase stitched together from earlier Halicki footage and a few new scenes shot to barely hold it all together. The plot? A car thief is being hunted by the cops while a news reporter tags along, turning the pursuit into a media circus. Amid the chaos, the Bricklin SV-1 shows up, flashing its gull wings and doing its patriotic duty by getting thrashed in the name of cinema. It may not be fast, but it's unforgettable. Number 7. Brubaker Box Fans, Grid Runners. Starring Don the Dragon Wilson as a cyber cop in a dystopian future where data is currency, martial arts solve everything, and most of the budget went to blue lighting. Among the future tech vehicles roaming the streets is the Brubaker Box, a real 1970s prototype van based on a Volkswagen Beetle chassis. In the film, it's repurposed as a government transport vehicle. It was never mass-produced, but a few real Brubaker boxes were built. It's the perfect fit for a low-budget future. Number 6. Lamborghini Countach Speed Zone. A shameless Cannonball Run knockoff with a cast of Canadian comedians, Speed Zone opens with one of the most outrageous car chases of the era, led by a Lamborghini Countach. As the movie's opening credits are rolling, this wedge-shaped Italian icon barrels through the countryside, tearing across open roads, dirt paths, and even off-road stretches while dodging relentless police pursuit. The Countach itself is a symbol of 1980s excess, a screaming V12 engine, iconic scissor doors, and enough sharp angles to make it look like it was carved with a chainsaw. In this movie, it's used exactly how it should be, driven like a complete maniac, plowing through fields and outrunning the police with style. Number 5. Shelby Cobra concept. XXX State of the Union. Ice Cube stars as Darius Stone, a former Navy SEAL recruited to stop a military coup being led by Willem Dafoe from inside the U.S. government.
Then what happened?
It's a film packed with tanks on trains, secret bunkers under the Capitol, and action scenes that feel like they were written by someone who watched 24 on Fast Forward. Somewhere in the middle of the chaos, we're introduced to the 2004 Shelby Cobra concept, a stunning one-of-a-kind prototype built by Ford to pay tribute to the classic Cobra Roadster. It was never meant to be sold or mass-produced, and certainly not meant to be thrown into a movie car chase. But XXX doesn't just feature the car, it fakes most of it. Mostly, every shot of the Shelby driving is done in rough early 2000s CGI. They couldn't drive the real car, so instead of using something practical, they used a digital version of a $2 million prototype and animated it like a PlayStation 2 cutscene. If you're going to rely entirely on visual effects anyway, why not pick a car that doesn't come with a "Do Not Touch" sign from the manufacturer? Lola T70 Mark III, THX 1138. In George Lucas's feature debut, the future is sterile, silent, and extremely oppressive. The robotic enforcers of this emotionless society patrol in modified Lola T70 Mark III, real sports cars stripped of personality and dressed up with chrome domes and flashing lights. The result is equal parts creepy and sleek. These weren't props. They were functioning vehicles, chosen for their low profile and clean lines. In a world where people are fined for having feelings, the cars are just as cold as the cops driving them. Number 3. Vector W8, Rising Sun. Sean Connery and Wesley Snipes play detectives navigating a high-stakes murder case tied to a powerful Japanese corporation. It's a corporate thriller loaded with politics, cultural tension, and lots of whispered boardroom threats. And then, right at the start, a Vector W8 shows up, parked casually like it's just another valet job. Only 17 of these American-made twin-turbo monsters were ever built. It doesn't get a chase scene or any real action. It just rolls away quietly, stealing the spotlight like it knows it's way too cool for this movie. Number 2. Dodge M4S, Turbo Interceptor, The Wraith. Starring Charlie Sheen as a murdered teen who returns from the dead as a car built by the devil, or maybe Dodge. The M4S Turbo Interceptor was a real concept car built by Dodge and PPG capable of reaching 194 miles per hour. In the movie, it's the ultimate revenge vehicle, black, glowing, and seemingly invincible. It roars onto the scene like a haunted spaceship and explodes street racers on impact. The fact that this wasn't just a fiberglass movie prop but a legit prototype makes it even crazier. And finally, number 1, Wingho Concordia II, Black Moon Rising. In Black Moon Rising, Tommy Lee Jones plays a thief hired to recover a stolen prototype car known as the Black Moon. The car itself is real, a Canadian-built concept vehicle called the Wingho Concordia II, originally designed to show off future-forward engineering. In the film, it becomes the centerpiece of a high-stakes heist and a showroom smash and grab. With its long, sloped body and ultra-low profile, the Concordia II looks like something Batman might daily drive on a budget. It's one of the coolest-looking cars you've never heard of, unless you lived in Montreal in the 80s and were really into fiberglass. And that's our first lap through the forgotten garage of B-movie greatness. From British speed machines to Canadian prototypes and million-dollar concept cars that probably shouldn't have been anywhere near a stunt driver, these were the real-world rides that somehow survived the B-movie blender. But we're just getting started. In Part 2, we're shifting gears into something even wilder: the cars that never existed outside the movies. We're talking jet-powered trucks, apocalyptic death wagons, and killer sedans with a demonic grudge. Custom-built, over-designed, and unforgettable, these are the machines that define B-movie mayhem, so buckle up. Rewind's not done burning rubber yet.